Here is the second tag in our awesome 4-tag gift set. This is using the Presents and Pinecones Designer Series paper along with a stamp from the Tin of Tags stamp set. And this fun background is using Christmas pines. I've used some of the Emerald Envy ruched ribbon for the tag tie here because it matches the pine bows on the Designer Series paper. And on the back, we do have our to and from again. So let's get started making these awesome little tags. So the paper I am using today, I have a piece of Whisper white cardstock that measures 2 inches by 3.5. I have 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, which I used the scraps from when I cut my box. These are the same piece, one is just flipped over. I cut this out with the decorative label punch, and I used the layering oval framelits to cut this guy out. And I also took the Duet banner punch and punched some Whisper white with that. We're going to take our scalloped tag topper punch and run that 2-inch piece of Whisper white right in there, like so. And now I'm going to assembly line these 3 tags to get them all put together. I'm bringing in my Stampin' Pierce mat so that I can have a really good stamped image on my pieces. I'm going to first use some early espresso ink with that really fun kind of starbursty looking stamp. I don't know what else to call that. This is from Christmas Pines. So I'm going to ink that up in the early espresso, and I'm just going to do an all over stamped image with this. And you do want to be kind of careful when you stamp down because you don't want to get splotches like I got. I'm not too worried about it, but if you are, don't press too hard in your ink pad. All right, and then we're going to turn those tags over and stamp with our to and from. Now, when you're writing on your tags, if you noticed on this tag, I stamped it on the flat edge, which may be difficult if you're right-handed to write here because the ribbon might get in your way. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your tags. On these, I'm actually going to stamp it up next to that side so that I can write my to and from without being hindered by that ribbon. I'm going to be stamping the special delivery from the Tin of Tags stamp set onto my little banners here. Now, a tip to get this lined up, as you can see, this stamp is a straight stamp, and if I were to just stamp it just like that, it might fit, but it might get cut off a little bit. So what I'm going to do is lay my acrylic block over the top of that banner punch out, and I'm going to curve my sentiment on that block to match the curve of my banner. Now, if you have a hard time getting this to stick to your block curved, clean the back of it off with some Stampin' Mist and use your Stampin' Scrub to really get the back of this stamp clean. And also clean your block. Use a microfiber cloth to polish it up. You will get a much better stick if it is a clean block. So now I am ready to stamp my banners, and it has a lovely little curve to it. While I have that cherry cobbler ink out, I am going to daub around the edges. And now we are ready to assemble. So I'm going to take my tags and get this out of the way. And the first thing I'm going to do is adhere these pieces together with some snail. And I'm going to adhere these to my tag bases. Then I'm going to use the borders of my dimensionals to pop up my sentiments. And then I have about 10 inches of that Emerald Envy ribbon, and I'm going to feed it through the back side, double it up on itself, feed it through the back side, and then pull it through the loop. And be very careful when you're tightening this. Do one leg at a time of that ribbon, because if you pull too tight, it will rip right through. And there you have it, tag 2 of 4 complete. We can set this into our fun little set. Now when I place these in here, I want to actually offset them like so that the ribbons are on opposite sides, because if they're all on the same side, it might get a little bulky in that one area. So offsetting it like this, tucking the ribbons behind, will allow us to neatly fit it in there. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me on tag 2 of 4 out of my 5-part series for the gift tag box set. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and let me know what you thought. And also visit me online at melissascreations.com. On the Contact Me tab, you can find a link to my Facebook and online store. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day.